Hi guys, it's reaction time. It's not just reaction time, it's fucking Eclipse reaction fucking time. I love this band. Did a track by track reaction from their last album because these are one of the best bands in the world. Simple as that. This song is called The Hardest Part Is Losing You. They've really been building this song up through the week. This week, showing little clips, getting me really excited, thinking, oh my fucking God. And they're an amazing band. I was actually looking back. I went on to Wiki and I was looking, thinking, how long have I been into this band and how long have they been going? So they were formed in 1999. And I wasn't into them. I don't know when their first release was actually. I think it was 2001 or something like that. It might have been a bit later. But I got into them Are You Ready to Rock album, which I believe is their third album. That's when I first heard Eclipse and it blew my mind. I think that was 2008 actually. And yeah, fucking hell, they were just amazing. And I think because, you know, I went through I've always been into rock and metal, by the way. You know, I've never liked anything else, but I did get into other types of rock and metal. You know, I like other types now. I like a bit of thrash and, you know, real heavy stuff sometimes. But I got into, you know, along with the times as well. In the early 90s, I got into grunge, including Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and all that. And then I got into some heavier stuff with the new metal scene. I still love the Deftones. I still love Deftones. But, you know, I got into Korn and all that, I did. But I think it could be Eclipse that brought me back into the world of rock, heavy melodic rock, whatever you want to call it. I think Eclipse did it in 2008. They brought me back. I might have been brought back a little bit, but I think they fully brought me back to this great music that I love now. So they're an amazing band. You can hear my excitement just thinking about listening to this. They got an album coming out called Megalomanium on September the 1st. Of course, on Frontiers. They're still with Frontiers. And are these the most consistently brilliant band? They never, ever let you down. And I mean never. I think since Are You Ready to Rock, and especially Bleed and Scream, because I've gone back and listened to the first two albums and they almost was trying to find the sound they've got now. But I think since, probably especially Bleed and Scream, because Are You Ready to Rock was brilliant, but from Bleed and Scream, I think they have just consistently been amazing on every album and never ever let any of their fans down. They are just so consistently brilliant. Like I said, some bands can be consistent, but they can't be consistently brilliant like Eclipse. And they will be getting another track by track reaction from me when their album comes out on September the 1st, hopefully beforehand, and get it beforehand and I can do a track by track. So still in this band, they've been together for, I think would this be the third album with this current lineup, I think. Eric Martinson on vocals and guitar. Man, I can't say enough about Eric Martinson. I think he's been around for a long time now, but I think he's brought influence to a lot of the bands in this genre as well. I really do, and his influence spans across production as well. He's a brilliant producer, obviously excellent musician, songwriter, just amazing. So he's on vocals and guitar. The excellent Magnus Henriksson on guitar, just one of the best guitarists out there. Philip Krusner on the drums and Victor Krusner on the bass. So Philip's been a bit longer with the band. I think Victor, who's obviously his brother, came in on, I can't remember what album it was. Might have been Paradigm, I think so. I think Victor came in on that time. But whoever's been in the band, it's just been a ride from the beginning of knowing this band till now. And I've met Eric Martinson in London and I took my photo with him. I looked a right twat when I took the photo. I looked like a starstruck. I was like, oh, Eric Martinson. It was fucking ridiculous. My wife still takes the piss out of me now because of my face. But I don't care. I got to meet him. So there you go. and I got to see Eclipse in London. So this is the hardest part, is Losing You. Just when I thought this year couldn't get any better, Eclipse come along. Here we go. Man, just when they can't get any better, they almost introduce something else into their music. I'm trying to think of this. They went on tour, didn't they, with did they go on tour with Bullet for My Valentine or something like that? And they've almost, it feels like they've, you know, this is what's going to happen when you go on tour with people. You almost sort of have a little bit of influence from them, and it feels like they've taken a tiny little touch of that influence. And that's what happens when you play with bands. You take that influence away. Look at Girish and the Chronicles, who's gone on tour with like real heavy, thrashy, extreme bands, and then they've gotten heavier and heavier. And you know, Eclipse this sounds like Eclipse, but it almost sounds like they've taken a little bit of that with them, and there's nothing wrong with that. This song is just, it's got everything. So it's got that folky sort of element that Eclipse have been building on. Oh, well, fucking hell, for about 5 albums now, hinting at it about 5 albums ago, and it's sort of built into their music now. It's the sound of Eclipse, and it's just so recognisable, that sort of folky sort of melody they played from the beginning of this song. I love the way on that second part of the verses, it almost goes into a sort of a rock and roll 12-bar boogie type thing. Almost like a Status Quo type thing when it goes dan, 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 dan. Really fucking brilliant, so catchy. And then the chorus, that almost, like I said, has that Bullet for My Valentine type feel to it. Even the video feels a little bit like that. But I think it's cool to take influence from the people you work with, and take the best parts. I'm not a Bullet for Your Valentine fan, by the way, but if you take the best parts of that band, the bit that I might like, they've almost done that little touch. It's really fucking cool, this song. And what I think the really cool thing about this is it could appeal to absolutely fucking everyone. It should appeal to absolutely everyone, this song. It's got everything, this song. It really fucking has. It's so cool. They look cool, don't they? They look so cool in this video as well, man. It's so catchy, ultra fucking catchy. And this is the one band I would say, there's not many that do this, is that the energy they give off, it's like they're fighting for their lives all the time. It's like they really fucking mean it. They've got such an energy to this band. It's like they're just starting out. It's like their debut and they're hungry and they want to get on. and they want to be big. And that's how it sounds to me with these guys. They sound like they're always trying to get ahead and fucking excite you. Even the biggest bands haven't managed to do that. You know, if you think about my favourite bands in the whole fucking world, they still haven't managed to do what Eclipse are doing and keep the excitement going and almost such an energy through the music. Take one of Eric Martinson's favourite bands, for instance, AC/DC. I love AC/DC as well. But man, the energy, they haven't got that anymore. They lost it a long time ago, in my opinion. In fact, that energy you hear building up through AC/DC's career, probably until Highway to Hell. The energy in Highway to Hell is so ramped up. You can almost every song, at the end of every song, you can feel the momentum building. And the same happened with Dio. Everyone knows I love Dio. Dio is the best singer ever. No one will ever beat Dio at singing. And, you know, those first two albums, Holy Diver and Last in Line, there was a build up to every song, and it got more and more exciting, and you could feel the excitement across the record. But then he made some great records afterwards, but that energy and that excitement, you know, it's hard to capture that. How do Eclipse keep doing it? I ain't got a fucking clue. I really haven't, but they do. This is an amazing song that has the overall Eclipse sound, but the way they incorporate little bits, it's just, man, it's amazing. It really is. This is why they're one of my favourite bands ever. Here we go for the rest, guys. Brilliance. Absolute brilliance that was. Man, this band should be fucking huge. They are big, actually. They definitely deserve everything they've had, but they deserve so much more. I heard that the other day that they're the highest streaming Frontiers band from last year. Well fucking deserved. Absolutely well deserved. They deserve so much more than that. But they should just be huge. And like I said, that song almost, out of all their songs they've written, that song itself seems like it should appeal to more widespread genre of metal fans, rock and metal fans. You know, people who really like modern metal should like that. People that like 80s metal should like that. I just think that they are one amazing band, and they never cease to amaze me. Every time they bring something out, they sound so fresh, they sound so amazing, and you know, they've got their own sound as well, which is so important. Eclipse, fucking brilliant, guys. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. Remember, their album's coming out. It's called Megalomanium, September the 1st on Frontiers this year. It's fucking brilliant. I'll see you soon.